Power of ignoring. Intro. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that 90% of your stress comes from things you shouldn't even be reacting to. People's opinions, random criticism, text messages left on read, arguments that don't matter, disrespect from people who don't even respect themselves. Now imagine a version of you that simply stops reacting. Not because you're weak, not because you don't care, but because you finally understand the power of ignoring. And once you understand this, your life becomes quieter, calmer, and strangely powerful. Because here's the truth nobody tells you. Attention is the most valuable currency in the world, and most people are broke because they spend it on everything. Today, I'm going to show you how mastering the power of ignoring will completely change your life, your confidence, your relationships, and your peace of mind. But before we dive in, if you enjoy deep psychology, self-mastery, and powerful mindset videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and join the community. We're building minds that can't be controlled. Now let's begin. Part 1. Why ignoring is so powerful. From the moment you were born, you were trained to react. Cry, get attention. Speak, get validation. Perform, get approval. We grow up believing we must respond to everything. Every message, every insult, every opinion, every expectation. And slowly, without realizing it, we become emotionally controlled by the world. Here's the scary part. The world doesn't control you through force. It controls you through reaction. If someone can make you angry, they control you. If someone can make you insecure, they control you. If someone can make you prove yourself, they control you. The person who reacts the most has the least power, and the person who reacts the least has the most. Ignoring is not weakness. Ignoring is emotional discipline. It's the ability to say, this does not deserve my energy, and energy is life. Part 2. The attention economy. Everything today is fighting for your attention. Social media, news, friends, strangers, drama, notifications. Your mind is being pulled in 100 directions every day. Why? Because attention equals influence. If someone can get your attention, they can influence your mood, your thoughts, your decisions, your self-worth. This is why drama spreads faster than positivity. Drama demands reaction. Think about this. A rude comment online can ruin someone's entire day. A text message can cause anxiety for hours. A single opinion can shake someone's confidence. Not because those things are powerful, but because we give them attention. Ignoring is taking your attention back. And when you control your attention, you control your life. Part 3. The psychology of reaction. Why do we react so much? Because humans crave validation and belonging. When someone criticizes you, your brain hears danger. When someone ignores you, your brain hears rejection. When someone disagrees with you, your brain hears threat. So you react, you defend, you explain, you argue, you overthink. But here's the truth. Most reactions are emotional reflexes, not rational decisions. Reaction is impulse. Ignoring is control. Powerful people train themselves to pause, to breathe, to observe, to decide if something deserves a response. And most of the time, it doesn't. Part 4. Things you must learn to ignore. This part may change your life. Here are the biggest things destroying your peace that you must learn to ignore. 1. Other people's opinions. Everyone has opinions. Most are based on their fears, insecurities, and limitations. If you listen to everyone, you become no one. The moment you stop needing approval, you become dangerous too. Disrespect from small minds. Not every insult deserves a reply. Sometimes silence is the loudest response. When you argue with fools, you join the circus. Ignoring disrespect shows self-respect. 3. The need to explain yourself. You don't owe everyone an explanation. Powerful people move quietly. They don't narrate their lives for drama. Drama survives on attention. Remove attention, drama dies. 5. The need to win every argument. Winning arguments doesn't win life. Peace is more valuable than being right. Part 5. How ignoring changes how people see you. Something fascinating happens when you stop reacting. People start respecting you more. Why? Because calmness signals confidence. When you don't chase approval, you become intriguing. When you don't argue, you become intimidating. When you don't react, you become powerful. Your silence makes people think. Your calmness makes people curious. Your boundaries make people careful. Ignoring is social power. Dart. Part 6. The peace that comes with ignoring. Imagine a life where you don't overthink texts. You don't care about gossip. You don't argue online. You don't explain your choices. You don't chase approval. Imagine the peace. This is the life waiting for you on the other side of ignoring. Because the less you react to noise, the more you hear yourself. And that's where real power begins. Outro plus call to action. If this message resonated with you, it means you're ready to level up mentally. Subscribe to the channel for more powerful mindset and self-mastery videos like this. Your mind is your greatest weapon. And we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next video. Part 7. Ignoring is not avoidance. Let's clear up a dangerous misunderstanding. Ignoring does not mean being passive, accepting disrespect, avoiding responsibility, suppressing emotions. That is avoidance. Avoidance is fear. Ignoring is selection. It is the ability to say, this deserves my energy. This does not. Weak people react to everything. Avoidant people run from everything. Powerful people choose carefully. This is emotional intelligence at its highest level. Because the truth is, not everything deserves access to your mind. Part 8. The reaction addiction. Here's something most people don't realize. Reacting is addictive. Yes, addictive. Every time you reply instantly, check who viewed your story, argue online, overthink a message, your brain gets a dopamine hit. Your brain thinks, I did something important. But you didn't. You just fed the noise. And slowly, reacting becomes your default setting. You feel uncomfortable when things are quiet. You feel anxious when there is nothing to respond to. So you create mental drama. You replay conversations. You imagine arguments. You check your phone again and again. This is not life. This is mental chaos. Ignoring breaks the addiction. And at first, it feels uncomfortable. Silence feels strange when you're used to noise. But after a while, silence becomes addictive. Peace becomes addictive. Calm becomes addictive. Part 9. Real life scenario. The text message. Let's talk about something everyone understands. The text message. You send a message. They don't reply. Minutes pass. Then hours. Then your brain starts talking. Did I say something wrong? Are they ignoring me? Should I send another message? Are they losing interest? And suddenly your mood changes. Because of a phone notification. This is the power you give away when you react to everything. Now imagine a different version of you. You send the message. You put your phone down. You continue your life. No anxiety. No overthinking. No emotional roller coaster. This is the power of ignoring. Not ignoring people. Ignoring unnecessary interpretation. Part 10. When you stop chasing, things change. Human psychology is fascinating. The more you chase, the more people run. The more you react, the more people provoke. The more you explain, the less people listen. But when you stop chasing, energy shifts. When you stop reacting, people notice. When you stop proving, people become curious. Why? Because attention is value. And you stopped giving it away for free. Scarcity creates value. Your attention must become scarce. Part 11. The power of silence. Silence is uncomfortable for most people. They rush to fill it. They rush to explain it. They rush to escape it. Powerful people sit in silence comfortably. Silence does something magical. It forces others to reveal themselves. In argument, silence wins. In negotiations, silence wins. In disrespect, silence wins. Because silence creates psychological pressure. When you stop reacting, The other person has nowhere to push. Their energy hits a wall. And walls don't argue. Part 12. How to train yourself to ignore. Ignoring is a skill. And like any skill, it must be trained. Step 1. The pause rule. Before reacting, pause for 5 seconds. That pause separates impulse from control. Most reactions die in the pause. Step 2. Ask one question. Will this matter in 5 days? If the answer is no, ignore. This one question can eliminate 80% of stress. Step 3. Delay responses. Stop replying instantly. Urgency is rarely real. Delayed responses equals emotional control. Step 4. Protect your mornings. Do not check your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking. Start your day with your mind, not the world's noise. Step 5. Reduce exposure to drama. Unfollow, mute, distance. Peace is often one decision away. Part 13. Relationships and ignoring. Healthy relationships do not require constant reaction. They require emotional stability. When you stop reacting to every small thing, arguments reduce. Respect increases. Mystery grows. Attraction increases. Calmness is attractive. Emotional stability is rare. And rare things are valued. Final message. Mastering your energy. Your life changes the moment you realize this. You don't need to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't need to answer every message immediately. You don't need to prove yourself to everyone. You don't need to react to everything. You only need to protect your peace. Because peace is power, and ignoring is how you protect it. Final call to action. If this video changed your perspective, then you're exactly where you need to be. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more deep mindset and self-mastery content like this. We're building strong minds here, and this is only the beginning. See you in the next video. Part 14. Why people get mad when you ignore them. Something strange will happen when you start mastering this skill. People will notice, and not everyone will like it. Some people will say, "You've changed. You don't care anymore. You're acting different. You think you're better than us." But here's what they really mean. You stopped reacting the way we're used to. When you stop feeding drama, drama gets hungry. When you stop explaining, manipulators lose power. When you stop reacting, control disappears. And people who benefited from your reactions will feel the loss. This is proof your transformation is working. Because the truth is, some people don't want your peace. They want your reactions. Part 15. The energy drainers you never noticed. Before mastering ignoring, your energy leaks everywhere. Think about how much energy you lose daily to things like replaying conversations in your head, imaginary arguments, social media comparisons, trying to impress people, worrying about opinions, overthinking messages. This invisible energy drain keeps you tired, even when you've done nothing physical. Ignoring plugs these leaks. Suddenly you have more focus, more creativity, more confidence, more calm. Because your energy is finally staying with you. Part 16. The confidence shift. Real confidence isn't loud. It's quiet. It doesn't need to prove. It doesn't need to argue. It doesn't need to announce. The most confident person in the room is often the calmest. Why? Because they don't need external validation to feel secure. Ignoring builds this kind of confidence. You stop asking, "What do they think of me?" and start asking, "What do I think of me?" This is the shift from external validation to internal validation, and this is where real self-worth begins. Part 17. Social media and the power of ignoring. Social media is designed to trigger reactions, likes, comments, views, comparisons, opinions, outrage. Every scroll invites reaction. And the more you react, the more the algorithm feeds you noise. But imagine using social media without emotional reactions. No comparison, no jealousy, no arguments, no validation seeking. Just information and entertainment. Nothing more. You stop living inside the screen, and start living inside your life again. Part 18. Ignoring fear and self-doubt. The most important thing you must learn to ignore is the negative voice inside your own mind. That voice that says, "You're not ready. You'll fail. People will judge you. You can't do this." That voice isn't truth. It's fear trying to protect you from discomfort. Every successful person learned to ignore that voice. Not destroy it. Not fight it. Not argue with it. Ignore it. And move anyway. Action weakens fear. Ignoring strengthens courage. Part 19. Your new life after mastering this. Picture your life 6 months from now if you master the power of ignoring. You wake up calm. You move with intention. You don't chase validation. You don't argue online. You don't overthink texts. You don't care about gossip. Your circle becomes smaller. Your mind becomes quieter. Your confidence becomes stronger. And the most surprising part, you feel free. Because most of the cages in life are invisible. And they are built from other people's opinions. Ignoring unlocks the door. Extended final outro. If you've watched this far, you're already ahead of most people. Because most people never question their reactions. They live their whole lives emotionally controlled by noise. But not you. You're learning to protect your attention. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. And that is real power. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep mindset and self-mastery content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and join this growing community of strong minds. Your journey to mental freedom has just begun.